Hi, hello, and welcome to Capricorn Venus Tarot. This is Capricorn Venus. So today we're going to see who is thinking of you and why. So kind of just leaving it open-ended here, but hopefully we can figure it out. Pile number 1 is going to be ego. Pile number 2 is going to be 6 of spring. Pile number 3 is release. And pile number 4 is 7 of autumn. So go ahead and pick your pile, and I will see you guys in there. All right. Pile number 1, ego. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. So this person thinks a lot about what you're up to. They kind of reminisce, maybe to their own detriment in a way, like, they're constantly reminiscing and kind of creating scenarios of what you might be doing now, what you might be thinking about. So this is a person you knew. This is a person you might have spent a lot of time with at some point, but they're in the past. I think that they also think a lot about your looks. Maybe you look much different from when they knew you, or they just remember you that way. Like they always remember you maybe in your prime, or they remember you, back in the day. I'm getting that kind of vibe, like back in the day, this is what they were like. And so they do have this kind of stale image of who you are from the old days, you know? And I keep getting things like motherfuck the old days, but I'm not feeling like super angry towards this person. Yeah. Maybe they took somebody's side that wasn't yours, or maybe they are just in the past and it's just one of those things. But it could be from an era that maybe you don't look so highly on, but maybe it's not about this person. I don't feel like this is like a past enemy, or like it ended super, super terribly. Or if it ended badly, I feel like it's so far long ago that it's almost like it's not as fresh in your mind, for sure. This person might have a pet, so that's what I'm getting. Okay, it's either like a cat or a dog, but maybe they spend a lot of time with their pet or something, or there could be a lot of pictures of their pet. So my intention is to do enough hints to where you'll figure it out. So who is this person that is thinking of our pile number 1? Who is this person that is thinking of our pile number 1? Yeah, and I do feel like they spin their wheels a lot. So we'll get into the why in a bit, but anyway, who this person is. So they could be a Libra, they could be a Virgo, and then we get Libra again. So I also feel like this is somebody you were in a partnership with. So this could be an ex. It could also be an ex-friend, or somebody you were close with though, like a friend actually. Or if it's a relationship, I feel like, again, it's far enough long ago, like that it's not so hard. I feel like there's been a precedent in between when this, plot played out with this person and now. But I feel like they're thinking of you every day. I think also they compare people to you. They feel like, they've really romanticized you. I want to say that, pile 1. I feel like they have like idealized what you guys' friendship or relationship was like. And they might talk to themselves about you, like, and kind of have a narrative around your personality. When it comes to like comparing you to the people that are currently in their life. Also comparing their own situations with the ones you went through. So I feel like they do learn from how you liked to interact. They use a lot of your lingo now, and I feel like they also use a lot of the lessons you taught them in their daily life. Okay, and so let's do 1 dice. Oh, and then we get a Scorpio as well. So those could be their signs. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you've definitely grown away from this person. So you guys' paths diverged. I feel like you're happier now, and maybe they are a little bit regressing. I feel like they're not doing the necessary like heart work to really understand what they like about their life now and make it adventurous now. I feel like that's why they're so caught up thinking about you, is because they view the time with you as so adventurous and like a story and like basically more interesting than what they're going through now. Also, again, they have romanticized your image, your personality, the sound of your voice to where it, you know, can anyone live up to what they've kind of romanticized you out to be? I'm not sure they can. And so that's why you come up a lot. And if this is a romantic person, which it really might be for you, I think, Pile 1, at minimum, it was like a friendship where you're like, is it going to go further? At minimum, because there were sparks. Because this person, like, they're very comparative. They're comparing you and their current partner, or they're comparing you and the friends they have around them now. And they're finding their friends lacking. They're finding their partner lacking. And it's kind of rude, because they need to look at themselves and be like, you know, where am I lacking? Like, they're kind of very critical, this person. Yeah, you might find that this person is very critical. They're very hyper aware of people's faults, but maybe not their own. There's almost like a little bit of a shallowness to this person. But for some of you, it'll lean on the end of they're just going through a moment, you know, and they're kind of having maybe a midlife crisis, and so we can forgive them. And then others of you, you might remember how kind of shallow they can be. But just know that they're looking upon you favorably now, you know. Even if in the moment you found them to be shallow against you, now they're using you as this like idol of goodness, and the other person is coming up lacking. So maybe they just tend to be kind of critical of others. And I think deep down they're self-critical as well, but maybe not at this moment. Not at this moment. They think they're great at this moment. So that's another thing about this person that maybe you'll... And for some of you, this person is not a bad person. You know, I'm kind of describing them as being like a little bit, yeah, shallow, or like just not quite thinking of things in a heart-centered way. We'll put it that way. But they don't have to be a terrible person. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of why you're coming up. They're thinking of you because they're kind of being shallow about the other people in their life. And they're like, you know, pile 1 was closer to the mark, closer to that perfect 10, you know, but that's the kind of vibe. So who is this person who is thinking of pile number 1? Okay, so they could be a Cancer or a Sagittarius. They give me older brother vibes. They give me older brother vibes. And if they weren't, I mean, for some of you, maybe this is literally your older brother, and they're kind of being judgmental against the people they know in their life, because they're using you as like, you know, my sibling is way better than these people, you know, like that kind of thing. It could definitely be that. And they're remembering you guys' childhood, and they're romanticizing it. And they're like, I'm not having as much fun today as I was having yesterday. So that could be it for sure. And they're just thinking a lot about you because they view you as like kind of an ideal person. And again, they're just like comparing you. And they're comparing the conversations you guys had. They find you to be more charming, you to be more fun. So it doesn't have to be romantic, like I said. But then for the people who it is romantic, this person might be a little patronizing. Because if they weren't literally your older brother, or like somebody a little older than you who was your friend, like it could have been just like somebody who's a little older than you. But if it wasn't, they're a little patronizing. So they could be that kind of person who's always got to put their 2 cents in and thinks they could run everybody's lives better than they could a little bit. Again, I'm kind of feeling like this person is just kind of chill. Okay. Interesting. I think this person in general is chill, but they're thinking a lot about you. They're thinking very heavily about you. And again, like combing over the memories and keeping it precious, basically. I don't think they're seeing things super, super clearly. Because they're going over you guys' conversations. I feel like they remember like a lot of the words you said, and they use those words to kind of guide them through life. So that's, I mean, that's a good thing. They view you as very smart. They view you as somebody who had a lot of good insight. And so again, they think over these conversations, but I think instead of learning from it as much, they also like put you on a pedestal. Okay. So this person could be musical. They could also be funny. Yeah, they could definitely be funny. They could be kind of creative, or else they used to be creative when you guys were together. Like, again, you could have known this person when they were in high school or just younger than now. And they feel like in the past, they were more successful. In the past, they were seen as like the cool person around town. In the past, I was able to be really creative. Like, yeah, instead of bringing that into the future, they're kind of, you know, heavy reminiscing at this moment. Yeah, they might have a lot of accolades. This person might be, you might view this person as very successful. You know, they are pretty egotistical, and I feel like that's why you're coming up. And I think that ideally they could learn from you, and they need to break their ego down a little bit. So they might actually think about you so much that they get a little angry at you for being away, or they get a little angry at you for how it ended, and I'm seeing that it wouldn't be reasonable. It's not a reasonable anger. So this is, again, it's not somebody who you did wrong. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, they just think life would be better with you around. They need to open their heart space. So if they have to get angry at you to open their heart space a little bit, that might be what they're doing. But again, they think of you really highly, so don't take it personally. But maybe you feel like maybe they're bitter a little bit. But bitterness is an emotion that can help us. So I feel like they may be feeling that. 2017. So this could be a person that you knew in 2017, or that was like you guys' era of actually being really connected. So that's interesting. Okay. And then Taurus. Yeah, again, this is a saddie, which might surprise you. Like, I feel like they're kind of being a Debbie Downer. They're being a Debbie Downer, and they're using your memory to be a Debbie Downer about other people in their life. So interesting. So let's see. You know, that was who it is. Virgo, also, like, they have a daily routine. They could care a lot about their looks. Like I said, this person has an ego on them. And I feel like that's why you're coming up in their energy, to kind of break that ego down. Because, again, they're putting you on such a pedestal that if they could remember that you might look down on their actions, that might lead them to a little breakthrough here. But anyway, so we got Virgo, Libra, and Libra again, and then Scorpio for why they're thinking of you. So they do have that, like, it's grudge adjacent. It's grudge adjacent because it's also love and being kind of obsessed, but not in a super, super deep way obsessed, but more obsessed with you as like a statue in their mind of like the perfect person. And then everybody else is not comparing. So it's not like they're going to hit you up. I'm not seeing this person hit you up. I'm not seeing this person reconnect, like nothing like that. I'm seeing that they're just using you as a way. They're thinking about you a lot because they're comparing you. They're comparing what you had to offer versus what the people in their life have to offer. But they should really think about what they have to offer. Maybe it's not as great as they think. And I feel like that's the conclusion they need to come to. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like that's who this person is. And okay, so why are they thinking of pile number 1? 1 is Aries. 5 is Leo. You also might be like center stage right now, and that could be why they're thinking of you. And that's why the ego is getting involved here. Of maybe you're doing better than ever, and maybe you are in the spotlight, or maybe you just had some sort of breakthrough, graduating something, or going back to school, or you know, you're just looking really good and you posted about it, you know, something like that, where you're popping out, pile 1. And so that's another reason they're thinking about you so heavily is, yeah, also they might have a reminder of you somewhere. And so they do see you. Maybe they have a picture up of you, or they often like reminisce. But I'm seeing there might be something physical that they have like in their house that reminds them of you. And so they're looking at that and being reminded of you and thinking about you. They definitely think you're doing amazing. Like, I think they're proud of you. So this person, again, and if this is an older brother or something like that, that's cute. You know what I mean? But also it could be like an old friend or someone who is slightly older than you. I am getting a masculine here, but maybe that's just their vibe. If it's a woman, it could just be someone who's really into fitness and like being perfect. You know, if I think man or woman, this person is very like, they think about being perfect. They think about like perfecting their bodies, perfecting their routine, perfecting their hobbies, you know. They could have been that kind of person who would get into crypto, or they could also have been that kind of person who would fall for like, and again, this is not negative if you've ever done any of these things. I'm just reading the energy, so maybe you'll know who this person is. But they could have done like an MLM thing, or I don't see them currently being in it because I'm not getting that like fanatic energy. But it's more like to let you know who this is. They would try the supplement, you know, they would try the fix-all cure. And I feel like that's what they're kind of using you as in their mind. It's like you're the fix-all cure of, if I just had someone like Pile 1 in my life, if anyone could measure up to Pile 1, then I'd be good to go. But yeah. Yeah, they see you as very active. They see you as a person moving forward. Also, they just feel like you don't remember them. They feel like you don't really care about them, and I don't know that they get super hung up on that, but that is something they think. They just think like, Pal 1 doesn't need me. I'm not even sure Pal 1 would want to hang out with me now. Like, maybe you're just so good now that you're like above this person. But I don't actually feel that way. I feel like that's that ego. The ego is kicking them, and it's also lifting them higher than the people around them. So it's like their ego is actually the thing that is making them feel kind of depressed, but it's also the thing that makes them feel better than other people. So it's like they can't get rid of it. You know, I feel like they might be in the process though. They might like stay out by the campfire late night and be like, I don't want to be like this anymore. Let me start over tomorrow. You know, let me become a new person. So they might be killing off the old version of themselves that was very egotistical and comparative. And, you know, they say comparison is the thief of joy for a reason. You should focus on how your life feels and not what it looks like to other people. And they might be in the process of that. I actually feel like this person might be going through some growth, and that's why they're using you as this like totem pole in their mind. And I don't know the actual history of totem poles. I'm more like thinking they're using you as like a goalpost, you know, somebody to look up to. And I think it's actually going well. It is going well. Yeah. So this person is learning. They're growing. They're incorporating more creativity in their lives. Maybe they're decorating their house more. You know, and they're thinking about you when this is happening. They think about you pretty often, I would say. Because again, it's like you hit the mark. You're the top 10 that they've created in their mind of like, this is how to live. This is the right answer. This is the kind of person a person would want to be. Okay. Directions, journey. Yeah, they're taking your direction. They're taking your direction. So I feel like we know why they're thinking of you, but let's make sure we get who this is, just in case you don't already know who this is. 4 of Wands. So it could be someone with a stable life who you find smart, because we got Queen of Swords here too. So again, they're a very perfectionist person. So that might be the side of that might be the side of them that you know is this more perfectionist side. Also could be kind of harsh. Maybe you guys were shit talkers back in the day, and so that could be another way you remember who this is. You could have gone on a trip with this person, or at least like a summer vacation or something like that, like either by the lake, at camp, or at a hotel or something. I feel like one of those 3 places you've been with this person at some time in your life. Like I said, kind of feel like this is a little bit of old news in a way, but you're just coming up because again, they view you in high light. They view you as having the directions. You have the playbook on how to live. Queen of Pentacles. So now we get the Queen. So this could be a woman, yeah. They're very harsh women if this is a woman. So this could also be like an older member of your family who's actually learning from you. And again, there is some bitterness about you not being around, but, oh, and then King of Pentacles. Yeah, because I was getting like, sometimes they use your words to judge their partner. Or judge their parents. You know, it's either they're judging their partner or their parents or like the authority figures in their life using your words. They're trying to decide who they feel safe around, who they can open up to, who is a good person, who is a bad person, and they look to your words for that. They remember your words for that. It's like you had a direction for them to go. Maybe you, like I said, you guys could have talked shit, you know, and so they could remember that and kind of use your energy to fight back against things in their own life. Like I said, there's some good happening with the thinking of you. It's not all egotistical. Like some of it's breaking down that ego. I feel like also they think of you often because I think they're trying to change themselves. They're trying to become more sweet. That's what I heard. Like they're trying to become more sweet. This, like I said, this person is kind of harsh, and they're trying to become more sweet. And so they think of you, and they especially think of you when they make a mistake. Like if they say something harsh that they didn't mean to a friend, or to their kids, if this person has kids, or to their partner, or something like that, or they're beating themselves up, for example, they do think of you, almost like you're giving them a slap on the wrist. Hey, you know, don't do that. And it's like you pop up into their mind, like, hey, don't do that. And so sometimes this person rebels against you in their mind, like, oh, what do you know? You're not my real dad, you know, kind of vibes here. But most of the time, they look to you for a sense of hope. And I really don't feel like this person is coming back around. So maybe that's why you need a tarot reading to tell you this person is thinking of you. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing them call you out of the blue or something. Like, I'm really just seeing that they toss your memory around in their brain. And they're using it to, you know, come to better conclusions. But they do get a little heartbroken. And you might remember them as a little bit immature or somebody kind of petulant. Maybe they said some things on the way out that they don't mean. I don't see that they regret them, but I feel like they don't really mean them. And maybe you know that. or maybe they took it harder than they really should have or something. Ace of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, maybe they will come back around someday. But I feel like the reason they're thinking of you is more the imagination of it. Yeah. And they are very stable. They're dreaming of perfection again. So this person is becoming more passionate. Yeah, and again, you might find this person to be funny. So that maybe that's that's another hint, is like this person is funny. You guys have chatted shit before. Maybe you were there at a late night at camp and they disclosed some stuff to you and you guys had like an emotional moment. I could see you having, you know, one or two emotional moments, but overall it's mostly like a funny relationship you guys had where you guys were chatting shit and like maybe looking down on people a little, and so people remember your judgments, or this person remembers your judgments. I do see more than one person, though. Like, this is the person that's constantly thinking of you, is what I'm getting. But I think there's several people who remember your judgments, even like callous, funny ones that you made offhand, and they kind of use that to, and they remember that in their regular lives, and they're like, okay, that person's a douchebag because pile one would have said this, that, and the other about this person. If only pile one had seen this person, they would be rolling their eyes so hard right now. We would need to go out back and have our cousin walk, or like our you know, smoking or something like that. Like, yeah, they remember a lot of fun, creative moments with the two of you. Okay. They're developing their intuition. And intuitively, they feel like they should be embodying you more. So I feel like, honestly, this is like an intuitive nudge to think of you. It's almost like they can't help but think of you because things keep coming up to where your words are making sense to them. Or, yeah, and it would make sense if this is like a younger sibling or somebody who you were just more mature than, or you you have more knowledge about a certain subject, and it's important to their life right now. It's almost like this person is going through a catharsis moment, and you are kind of the symbol of that. Yeah, but I think they might come out successful here. You might be proud of this person in the end. So yeah, that is what I've got for you. Pile number 1. Let us pull some music videos. And I want to see, with the music videos, I want to see what they're thinking of when it comes to you. Because I feel like hopefully you know who this is. And I want the music videos to be about you more than this person necessarily. So, okay. Yeah, they could be in the process of moving. They could be in the process of changing up their lives in some way. Or maybe you've been on a boat with them. That could be another way of looking at that. Okay. And this is the kind of thing I was getting, is like, they're remembering your advice. They're remembering how you would handle a situation. They think of you as like very funny. I keep getting space related things. So maybe this person loves something to do with space, or they, yeah, I'm getting like meteors and the moon. Maybe you guys looked at the moon together, or maybe they have a job that's related to that. Again, comparison. They are being comparative here. Yeah, they feel like you did it on them, and they want to feel like that too. They want to feel like they won in the end. You know, because it's like sometimes they are bitter about you leaving, and then other times they're like understanding it. The past, yeah, 1999. This is funny. This one, I think you're gonna know. This is almost like the two of you here. Oh, moonlight. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I feel like thinking of you is almost like a bad habit for them. And you just seem like perfect. You just seem like really perfect in their mind. And sometimes they get a little mad about that. So that is what I've got for you. Pile number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to pick another pile, and I will see you next time. And if you did get a personal reading with me, those will be out by the end of the week. Okay. Thank you. All right, pile number 2. So, who is thinking of our pile number 2? Now, this person might be come back around. I'm getting like rose, yeah, we're putting the rose quartz out. This is a romantic person who's thinking about you. They want to come in and wow you. So this person wants to come through and like just knock your socks off. They might have been preening. They're like, it's almost like this person is excited to see you because they've been preening. They've been like, you know, brushing their hair and getting all dolled up, or trying to look nice, or back in the gym or something like that. And they're wanting to impress you. Okay. Wonderful news is on the way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. Interesting. So I feel like this person wants to recognize you and your hard work, and they want to make you feel special. They want to get you something. They want to buy you a drink. Okay. So who is this person that is thinking of pile number 2? Who is this person? 7 is Libra. 6 is Virgo. And 2 is Taurus. So very heavy earth sign energy here. This person is kind of like, almost like a soft energy. You guys have great communication. You're both very charming. This person thinks you guys have a lot in common. They're willing to fight for you. Okay, who is this person? Actually, okay. What is it? Why is this person thinking of pile number 2? This person has like a fire for you. Like they hold a flame for you. They get all twisted up thinking about you. Like they got hard eyes for sure. I think they think of you in like like if they're walking down a road and like the brisk wind is blowing, like they're thinking of you. Like it's very romantic. They're drinking their coffee and they're thinking about, you know, what you're up to. What if I bought them flowers? And they're at the store and they're like, I want to buy this for pile 2. I want to get this for pile 2. I wonder if pile 2 would like this. Okay, interesting. What are they thinking about when it comes to pile 2? I am playing games on purpose. Yeah. I was kind of getting that. Because they want to show off for you. They want to like do something to kind of catch your attention. This person could want your attention at any cost, a little bit. Like I am getting that sense from them. I'm playing games on purpose. They also overanalyze your actions and how you act, like every little thing about the way you're interacting. They're like, this means this, and oh, they knew I was gonna see that, and that's why they posted that. They might be like watching your social media thinking like they know you'll see it or something like that. They could also be like showing off on social media so that you do see it. I feel like this person gets drunk on you a little bit, like where they kind of binge your image, you know, and binge thinking about you. And they'll just spend like all afternoon daydreaming about you. It's kind of smut kind of stuff too. That's what I'm getting. Okay. What are they thinking about pile number 2? I'm scared of commitment. Okay. What are they thinking about pile number 2? I'm not ready. Okay. Yeah. Well, I feel like this person is like, that's why they're thinking about you so heavily, is just like, they don't necessarily know if they're ready to start a whole thing, but they think about you day and night and they're really obsessed with you. And they want your attention more than they want your commitment or like to really start anything, because this person could be a little shy. Like they're kind of a sweetie is what I'm getting. They're a little bit sweet, but they do have this side to them that is a bit gosh, I'm thinking like a little bit condescending, a little bit of a purist here, where they could think their reading choices are better than everyone else's, or stuff like that, where it's like a little bit of a hipster quality to this person. But they have a good self-esteem, which is good. Maybe they built that up. I'm lost without you. I think that you're amazing. But these are the things they're not saying. It's like, those are the things that they think deep down. It's like they think you're amazing and they feel like they're lost without you. But what they think on top of it is, how can I get their attention? What can I do to make pile 2 a little flustered? You know, like that's where they're at. It's a very flirty, fun dynamic. So maybe you have that going on with somebody in your life right now, where it's like a flirty, fun dynamic. And I would say it's this person. That's who's thinking of you. They're imagining you in all kinds of scenarios. Yeah. I feel you are unpredictable. Yeah, they find this very fun. They're loving this back and forth. They really are enjoying you guys. This could be like a same-sex relationship for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. They want to like look nice and have you kind of trip over yourself. Yeah, I'm getting the image of like, maybe this is a coworker and you guys have like a little bit of a flirtationship going on here. And they want to like really look nice one day at work, so that when you come in, maybe you just kind of stumble over yourself, or you look a little shocked. And they live for those moments. They live for the moment where you're like a little bit shocked by how good they look, or like a little bit tongue-tied, or you get kind of wide-eyed. You might be like a very expressive person, or at least this person thinks you're very expressive, and they read a lot in your body language, and they read a lot in your eyes, and you guys are just, yeah, a little bit of eye fucking going on here. Okay. Love will keep us together. Yeah, so with the scared of commitment and I'm not ready, I feel like it's more that maybe this person feels like they're bad at relationships. And they just don't know. They might have confidence in their looks, and they might have confidence in how cool they are, but they might not be as confident when it comes to actually having something solid. They wonder if they're, good enough for that or something. Interesting. So mostly they think of the fairy tale where it does just work out and love will keep you guys together and it's no big deal. And it just naturally flows. Because sometimes they can think about you so much to the point where they get like, well, what's going to happen next? And then they get kind of nervous and they're like, no, it's going to be fine. It's going to just happen naturally. But yeah, a lot of the time they think about how can I look my best so that pile 2 just falls in love with me and they can't be without me for a single second. Yeah, I've been thinking about you a lot. Well, that's the video. I am lost without you again. I don't feel ready again. Yeah, it's almost like you've taken a hold of this person's mind and they can't stop thinking about you. And so to kind of combat this, they're like, okay, I'm just going to become the hottest I've ever been. I feel like that's a person's main priority is like, okay, I just need to make sure I look amazing every day so that when I see this person, I can feel confident. Like they're writing on that. Also getting like, making sure they smell good. They might be buying like extra little products and things like that to like be up with their skincare routine, up with their, moisturizing and getting a cologne, getting a perfume, that sort of thing. This is their worry. Unrequited love. They're just worried that they won't be enough for you, that they have so many feelings for you, but you don't have them for them very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This person is kind of indecisive, so they really might be a Libra or have heavy Libra placements. Because they're like, well, I don't know how I want this to go. I don't know what we're supposed to do next. So they just spin the wheels, like thinking about creative ways to get your attention. That is like mostly what they're thinking about is like how much they like you, how much they love you guys' flirty back and forth, and how they want to see the look in your eyes when they're looking really good. Like that is what they think of. Okay, I want to see what else. What else is this? Ace of Cups. They think about, proclaiming how hot they think you are. Like that's kind of the vibe is like they're waiting for this to turn out well. And so they're thinking of you whenever they do something that is productive with their lives, I feel like this person is improving themselves to impress you, or reading more to impress you, or when they're looking at porn, they're definitely thinking of you. I will say that. Yeah, they also think about how to, like, be charismatic for you. It's a heavy emphasis in this one, pile 2. They're thinking about how to make you blush. Like, what could they say to make you blush? What could they do? How could they act? Maybe they're reading, like, more romantic kind of things or watching romantic movies and, like, trying to learn that charismatic kind of way of talking so that they can really get to your heart. Oh man, yeah, they really think a lot about like how to make you blush or how to make you really into them. Like that's where the fantasy is here. And I feel like they have a lot of fantasies of you. The Hierophant. What are they thinking about when it comes to pile 2? Okay, well, for some of you, they're thinking about how not to, like, be emotionally slutty. They don't want to be emotionally slutty. They want to, like, work their way towards being close to you and not just totally lose their cool. This person's practicing their poker face a little bit here. And they think about, what could I say that, like, sort of reveals that I'm into them? But like isn't too much. So they're being really creative with it. They want to like creatively see how they can do that. But then they do think about sex with you. This person would want to go from like, let me think. They would want to go from like friends to friends to friends with benefits kind of vibe. Like slowly kind of blur the lines here. Like that's the vibe. It's like we're blurring the lines. All right. King of Swords again with the words. They want to say something to throw you off. They want to flirt with you. Like, that's what they think about. They think about flirting with you. They think about what they'll say. It's like, I'm getting like throat chakra stuff. Like, they think a lot about what they're going to say to you to throw you off balance. They like to see you blush. They like to see you in like, kind of thrown off. Like, it's a big thing on that. Let's see. Now, who is this person? Let me just make sure. 4 of Wands. And then this is Halloween, so maybe this is a person that you went to an event with over Halloween. And these are timeless, so maybe you're watching this over Halloween, or this is a person maybe you'll go to a party with, because we have another party here. And this one's outdoors in the summer, and this one's Halloween, so maybe that's when you knew them, or that's when you'll see them again, or that's when you guys had a key moment where you guys were flirting or something. Okay. Who is this person? Because I feel like you guys have overlapping circles. Okay. You might not know a lot about this person. Okay. If you guys have spoken, it's not like that much, and I think it's because they really think over what they're going to say to you, and you might do the same. You might really second guess the things that you guys talk about, and like, there's some rough drafts here. This is a person you thought about as well. Who is this person? But there's no definitive I like you. It's like you might have an inkling, but it hasn't been said. They're holding back their feelings. And in fact, you might be like, do they even like me? You know, but they kind of want to keep you in that spot a little bit. You know, I'm sensing it's playful. Obviously, dump whoever. And, you know, often we have multiple people who kind of fit these rules in our life if we care to look. So please do look. But anyway, I feel like this person is like holding back their feelings. It is becoming difficult. But you guys might have that flirty back and forth where it's like, I'm never going to let you know. I do keep thinking of that music video by BB. I'll have to link that down below, where it's like, I'm never going to let you know, but like, I'm always thinking of it, and I'm putting myself in position where you'll come towards me, and, you know, I feel like you're really hot, and I want you to think I'm really hot, basically. 3 of Pentacles, so this could be someone you work with. And they could be kind of artistic. I was getting that vibe from them. Knight of Pentacles, they're slow and steady type. Yeah, and we are feeling that. So actually, this person is going much quicker with you than they would someone else, because they really have a soft spot for you. And so that's why they focus so much on trying to flirt with you and trying to throw you off, because your presence throws them off. Yeah. Oh, and then we have like these 2 people, Queen of Wands, and they're touching hands, and like there's like that moment. So you guys might have had that moment, and maybe you'll know what I'm talking about, you know, like you guys had a little moment and you're like, was that mutual? Like, did we have a moment, or was I just thinking over how we touched hands that time? Or like, did they think of it too? No, they thought of it too. And they want more situations like that. They want more things where you guys accidentally catch each other's eyes, and it's like, you know, and they feel like, I feel like they remember a time where they maybe saw that in your eye, that little glimmer of like you like them too. And they want more situations like that, where you guys are in close proximity. Maybe nature could be here, because we do have candles and things. Okay, so that is what I've got for you. Pile number 2. Cute. Yeah, they think a lot about flirting with you though, and like making you be really into them. You know, they want you to be kind of thrown off. They want to do the sexual innuendo, so you're kind of burning for them, because they're already burning for you. Green. Again, with nature. Nature could be something here. But also they love to watch you. Like, they like the way you move. They like everything about you, actually. Which is, again, unusual for them. I feel like they're not the kind to be emotionally slutty and just put it out all on the table. But maybe they were with you, or maybe they feel that inclination. Because again, it might feel to you like they're super withdrawn, but maybe that's still way more effusive than they're used to being. Maybe you just don't know this person's baseline. Cornucopia. They just feel like you have a lot to offer, and they want to make sure they have a lot to offer you back. They also want to get you a gift. Or maybe they got you a gift in the past. you have a hold on their heart and they want to have a hold on yours. You know, they want to like, okay, it's kind of dirty. There are some dirty thoughts for sure. You know, getting sticky here. That's what they want. They want like, oh, you know, like, oh. Okay. So who is this person and what are they thinking of? What are they thinking of when it comes to pile number 2? Company into you. Okay. What are they thinking of? Like, and this is perfect too, because it's kind of like, it could be this bodyguard's fantasy, right? Yeah, interesting. It doesn't have to be serious, you know. We're just flirting. Like it's so cool. Okay, what else? Crush. Hot in it. Ready for it. Yeah. Well. Okay, so then we get God's country, blowing smoke. A friend to lover it's definitely coming up here. I think we'll do those. Anything else? Okay. Oh, Santa doesn't know you like I do. Killing me softly. Yeah, it's like you get to them, so they want to get to you. You know, they're hoping that they can say just the right thing that nobody else will know but the two of you, that they're kind of like specifically talking about you. Like maybe you guys will play some sort of game and where, I don't know, like almost truth or dare or something, and nobody but you would understand like the kind of references they're making towards you. So like personal joke moments, but more flirty, like more sexual innuendo and that sort of thing. So that's what I've got for you, pile 2. How fun. So I'll link these down below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. And my personal readings will be delivered by the end of the week, okay? All right, pile number 3. Who is thinking about pile number 3? Ooh. This is an old flame. This is someone who is struggling to let go of the memory of you. They can't help but think about you. They might even just come up with a lot of situations or with you two. I think they want to try to get in your space somehow. They want to come back around. They're like, how could I sweep through and sweep pile 3 off their feet? But I'm not seeing that this is like necessarily somebody you would want that from. Huh. Yeah, this one's kind of unlucky in a way. Like this person might be unlucky as well, because I feel like they're going down the wrong road right now. But they're trying to get to you, you know. Okay. Who is this person that is thinking about pile number 3? 8 is Scorpio, 10 is Capricorn, and 5 is Leo. Yeah. They think of you as the best they've ever had. They think of you as a trophy, like a prize. Let's see. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. So it really is time for them to move on from you. But maybe they're not. They're just like getting caught up in the memories or caught up in their fantasies of you more than the memories. Because they are fantasizing a way to get back in your circle, or how they could like, maybe they'll send you a dozen roses and you'll forgive them kind of vibes here. Okay. Restlessness, yeah. This is a person you've moved on from, but they're struggling to move on from you. think maybe that's why you're coming up so heavy in their mind, actually, is that you are releasing them, or you have released them. And so sometimes when we release people in our minds and we really cut them off mentally, they can feel that energetic blowback of that. And then all of a sudden they want you back. This feels like that kind of ex too, that only wants you when you're out the door. That kind of person. Afraid of the attic. They don't want to confront themselves. They don't want to change. I just feel kind of annoyed with this person, but like in a worse way. It's not a light annoyance. It's more of like, ew, back off. But this is not a stranger. This is someone you had a connection with. Maybe they live in a different state than you, or a different country than you. They might be far away from you even, but they imagine meeting up again. Or again, sending you a gift. Like, I feel like that is in their mind. Healing through rest. This person's been sleeping a lot. They're just holding on to your memory, like, really tightly. And it's almost like, yeah, this person's kind of, like, controlling in a way, too. Because I feel like even if they were back in your life, they would have a lot of questions and concerns and directions to give you. I feel like this person is kind of judgmental of your actions and the way you like to live, but they still want to be in your life. It's odd that way. Fear that the light will bring judgment. Also, they could be thinking like they don't want you to expose them, or they don't want you to, they don't want you to expose them. So it's another reason they're thinking of you. How can I get back on their good side so they don't expose me as being a douchebag? I think we've all seen relationships like this where it's like, maybe it's cheaper to keep you in a way, like where they want you back because that would make their life easier. They don't want to account for the things they've done. Okay. Anything else? Father, mother. They see you as like, they see you as somebody who holds a grudge, and they do see you as someone who could burn it all down or has a lot of personal power. I feel like they do see you as someone who has a lot of personal power. So they see you almost like a dragon. That's how you are in their mind, is like a dragon who's pissed off at them. This person knows you're mad at them. They feel like you're an angel, though. They kind of feel like you're in the right, but that doesn't mean they're going to change, and that doesn't mean they're going to do anything about it. Okay. Great. Cool. This could be like an ex-twin flame kind of situation, depending on if you believe in that sort of thing. I wouldn't, personally. But, maybe it's somebody you formerly thought of as a twin flame. This could be someone you liked creatively, somebody who you felt was on your wavelength until you felt like they weren't. You could have gone to school with them. Or maybe you liked their work or something like that. That could also be it. Because again, you liked this person at one point. It's just that you don't anymore. And they know that. Like, the heavy emphasis on whoever this person is, they know you don't like them. They know you have a problem with them. So that's funny. Yeah, they're thinking about what you would think of them. They're thinking like that you're an op now. Or they're thinking that they are an op to you. They're in opposition to you, or you think of them as an op. Because it's heavy on you being like a tiger, you being this fire mother, you being the dragon. Like, you're on the defensive with this person for sure. So they would love to kind of sweet talk you, or like get you to change your mind, or kind of gaslight you basically into believing that you guys are cool. I don't know what you're talking about, but they do know. They do know what you're talking about, and they do know why you're mad at them, and they do see how the way they seemed to you has changed. Like, they can tell that the way you see them has changed. The fog has lifted, and you know their worst bits. That's how they view it. It's like, my worst parts now. Like, you know the worst bits about me, and you've decided you don't want that. You don't like that. Like, fearing your judgment, but they're also, like, kind of low-key agreeing with you. They're not doing anything about it. Like I said, it's like they agree that this thing you see about them is true and it's negative, but they don't want to change it. Yeah, they're not interested in changing. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here, is like, this person is not interested in changing. They're hearing you, they're hearing your concerns and your complaints, and they don't really care. They kind of are also a little bit condescending. They're like, oh, you're so cute. You just think everything's going to work out the way it should, and you're immature, you're naive, or something like that. So they think that they can send you a dozen roses, or they can like your, page, or they can, I don't know, like, give you something, or give you attention. This is just rude ex-boyfriend behavior, like, oh, you won't be mad for long, oh, I'll just, you can't deny me, I'm your, like, secret, I can get to you, like, you think you're gonna block me off, but you're not, like, I still will always have a special place in your heart. Yeah. Irritating. What are the chances you don't know who this is? Like, I feel like you're gonna know who this is, but let's go ahead and just make sure. Give me who is this person? Did I roll these yet? Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo? Yeah, I did. So this person could have a lot of attention. They could have a good reputation, and they could be, they could be good at sex, I heard. Like, maybe you had a sexual connection with this person, or, like, you guys had chemistry, for sure. Because you definitely liked something that they did, and so that could be in the bedroom. It could also be in class, like, you felt like you guys connected, or at work. At first, you guys really connected, and then you got to know them a little more, and you're like, oh, no, absolutely not. So it's that kind of vibe. So they're writing on, well, you used to like me, so I know there's something I can do to, like, make you like me again without having to change anything about what's negative about me. Okay. And so it's Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo. Let me roll some more, actually. Who is this person? Gemini. Again, a lot about their speech. So they could be a real charmer here, Pile 3. And that might have been how they got to you, is that they're a real charmer. They're good with their words. You liked their perspective. This might just be for one other person out there, but I'm getting this image of you guys being in, like, a writer's group, or, like, you're in class together, and so they present in front of the class, and you're liking what they're saying, and you like their perspective, like a Socratic seminar kind of situation. And then Scorpio, we get Scorpio again. So again, they might just have it going on in the bedroom, you know what I mean? Like, they could be sexy. I don't have to lie about it. But let's see. And then Aquarius. This could be a friend. Is it an ex-friend vibe? Heavy. So even if this is an ex, I feel like you guys used to have overlapping circles, or you have friends that are still in contact, and that's why they are fearful of you, like, calling them out, or, like, fearful of you exposing them in some way. Okay. So Aquarius, Scorpio, and Gemini. And they are really in their head space. Like, they have a lot of mental stuff going on where I feel like they just kind of are a manipulator. And so they have a lot of different people that they manipulate. But you're their favorite, is what I just heard. You're their favorite. There's something they like about you, honestly. So they don't want to lose that, whatever it is. You could be hot. Usually the people we have sexual chemistry with, they also have it with us. So yeah, there could be this thing where you guys have a great sexual chemistry, and so they don't want to lose that, but they're also not interested in changing these negative attributes they have. So they're like, how can I keep this part of Pile 3 that I want without having to do anything? They're kind of lazy. And I think that's why they are a manipulator more than they are trying to improve themselves, because it's easier to manipulate people than it is to try to grow. That's true, I guess. All right. Okay, so this person also has, so lazy might be that might be harsh. Okay, so they might not be lazy because this person does have a lot of things going on and they do a lot of stuff. They might have multiple jobs. They might have a very active day. They definitely have a lot of people in their life, that's for sure. But it's like, I think when I say lazy, I think it's just like emotionally lazy. You know, so physically they might be very hardworking and they might do a lot. And again, I feel like that's something that actually drew you to them, is that you saw this fire or this creative potential or this ambition from them. But their ambition, not in a great direction, because they do want to juggle a lot of people and they just want to have like a lot of like bragging rights almost. How to be a heartbreaker. And see how these are both big groups. So this person also, hint who this could be, they could have a huge friend group, but they could know a lot of people. They want to please you because they know you're mad at them. Like that's heavy. It's like, yeah. They go back and forth. Like sometimes this person is very sure of themselves and very sure about their romantic ability. And, you know they could get you back in the sack. You know, they know if they could just have an evening with you, you would be obsessed with them again. And that's how they would phrase it too. Obsessed with them again. You know, if I could just get them alone and talk to them, I could convince them that it was all a misunderstanding and that we're actually very suited to each other. You know, yeah, this person is charming and manipulative. And then other times they know you're mad at them and they can feel your gaze of judgment. You know, and so those are the two ways that they're thinking of you. Is like planning and feeling very confident about getting you back, and then also just knowing that you don't like them right now, or like, and again, a lot of words like that, like right now. She's just mad right now, or he's just mad right now. He still loves me. He's mad, but he still loves me. You know? So I could still get him because he still loves me. That's the vibe. All right. They have too much going on. Some of these people that are on their roster need cut. You know? That's what I would tell them anyway. That's how I'm reading it. The Hierophant. Like I said, this person has a lot going for them. They're a workaholic, for sure. Easier to manipulate people at work than in your personal life. So most of their problems might be in their personal life and not really in their work. Seven of Cups. They get overwhelmed by choice, and they just want to have like 100 side bitches, you know? Or they want to have 100 different hobbies, or they want to have a lot of people pining after them. Like, they're not a loyal individual. They don't think of it as a bad thing, though. I feel like you're mad at them, and you do see it as a bad thing, but they don't see it as a bad thing. They see themselves as very hardworking and ambitious and alive, you know? They're enjoying themselves. But okay, so then you just don't get pile 3. No big deal. Go on. Get out of here. You live your life. Go live your life. No reason to try to get pile 3 back. 6 of Wands. They want to win. I feel like that's why they're thinking of you and so obsessed with you right now in this second, is because they feel like they're losing you, and they don't like to lose. They like to win. You know, and that's kind of all there is to it in a way. Now, if you ask them, there might be more to it. They might feel like you provide something very interesting to them. They've never met someone like you before. Or, yeah, they're interested by you. They feel like you replenish their energy in a way they really enjoy, you know. They find value in you, and they feel like you should be flattered by that. This is the way they feel when it gets a little sad. They feel like you're trying to move on from them, and they want to stop that in your tracks. They want to stop that. They do not want you to move on from them. And that's kind of the biggest thing with them, is they just don't want you to move on from them. They have not thought, like, they think about you a lot, but they have not thought about what they would do if you actually wanted to get back together, because I think they would just go back to their same old games, you know? It's kind of like not much to it. But they, again, whenever I keep saying there's not much to it, it's just that simple, that's all there is, that is my perspective. And I feel like that would be your perspective if you knew everything. If you knew everything there was to know about what this person thinks. However, they think it is that deep. They think it is that important. They think it's very complex, and it's not that simple. But I feel like that's where you guys have a disagreement. It's almost like you're rivals in a way, like rivals in the way you think or something. Because I just got the image of, I don't know if you know this person watching, but Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung were actually, they became popular around the same time, and they knew each other very well, and they were friends. They often worked together until they had this big divide about something in particular. And I don't know enough to tell you what the argument was about. I'm sure you can Google it, but basically they severely disagreed about human nature and psychology, which is both their whole livelihoods. So there's something like that, where you guys reached a certain point of getting to know each other where you're like, oh my gosh, we really disagree here. I don't know that we can get past this. Yeah, because it's almost like both of you felt each other was a hidden gem, and I feel like you would still, on some level, respect this person's work. Maybe not this person as a person, but like you do respect this person's work. And maybe you respect this person as well, but there's just something not right. And you are mad at this person. I feel like this is the person you're pissed off at. Like you're in your tiger dragon mode against them. You've got your sword out. It's not barriers down anymore. And it might have been at one point barriers down. They might feel like you're silly, that you don't, you're not serious enough. Because like I said, this person is a workaholic. Not strong enough. Yeah, this could be you, honestly. This could be you, where you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm good on this. Bye. You know, like, I guess I'm not strong enough to be your person. I don't want to deal with all of this. It doesn't have to be that complex. Like, things are really simple when it comes down to it. I feel like that's you. And then this person is like, no, it's complex. I can love you and this other person, and I can be doing you wrong, but still love you deep down, or, you know, all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know about that, man. I really don't. It's not worth it. I'm just seeing like, it's kind of just not worth it. But now, also, this person respects you more for declining them. And they respect you more for being mad at them. And that's the problem with these kind of people, is like, they only like you when you hate them. The moment you forgave this person or were showing them all this love, they would disrespect you. They kind of don't respect that. So that's why they respect you right now, because you're having such a harsh tone with them. The moment you don't have a harsh tone with them, they're not respecting you anymore. So, I guess that you can stay obsessed with pile 3 from afar, knowing that pile 3 is mad at you. Deal with it. Yeah, that's how they see you right now, is like, you're like, deal with it. I'm done. I'm not sorry about it. And then they feel like, oh my gosh, I've just seen another thing I love about pile 3, the fact that you're cutting them off and the fact that you're so harsh with them. They like this harsh tone you're taking with them. Even if they wouldn't say that, that's what their actions show me. So yeah, thank you very much, pile number 3. Definitely leave me a comment. I'd love to hear more about this situation. You know, just sometimes we meet people that we learn from because we disagree with so strongly. So yeah, and the thing is like, if this is a romantic situation though, that kind of sucks, because this person is very manipulative, and they might sell you a dream of a fairy tale. And so in this person's mind, I'm feeling like when they sell you this dream where they're like, well, we could be, you know, a power couple, and I'm going to start making millions of dollars next year, and we could go on the road together, and we're going to, rule the world together, basically. Like, that's the kind of energy that I could see them selling you. But don't believe it, because they don't even believe it. They feel like you'd be foolish to believe it. They just say it because it's fun. They have this opinion where having these charismatic conversations where you guys are imagining you guys' world together, this is more of a metaphor. It's not anything literal. They wouldn't actually take care of you. They wouldn't actually take you on the road with them. You would need to stay home, and this is really their moment. It's more that you should feel flattered that they're saying this to you. You should feel flattered that they would even conceptualize a world where you guys were together. So they don't even believe it when they're saying it. So there's something to know about this person is they could say anything, but the truth is that they don't want anything to change. They want it to go back to the way it was, where you guys are admiring each other, and you better figure it out on your own. They have no intention of figuring it out for you. So don't believe them if they say that. And again, they would find you foolish for believing them. It's heavy on that. Like, they think it's it would be stupid of you to believe it. Like, oops, I did it again. Oh, like that's kind of the vibe. But they could also feel like you are declining them and you're Brittany in this, where you're like, it's not that serious, we're done, kind of vibes. But I do feel like they still have that side of them where the conversation or the dream selling is a part of the whole narrative for them. They feel like that's normal. And so it should be allowed from them. They don't think they've done much wrong. It's like they know they've done wrong, but they don't think it's as serious as you think it is, basically. And so that's why they wouldn't change it. They're like, it's wrong, but in the way of the world. That's how it is. That's how everyone does it. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 4. Who is thinking about pile number 4? 7 about them. Have patience and don't worry. Take the time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. Okay, so for some of you, this could be someone who wants to hire you, or somebody who likes your work and wants to buy something from you, or something like that. I like this image too. It's like they think of, or maybe this is someone who thinks about you while they're at work. It's like you help them get through the day. This is cute. Okay, who is thinking about pile number 4? Who is this person? Work, work, work. This person might be a workaholic. 10, 10, 1. Oh my gosh. So you might be surprised that this person is thinking about you so much, because they're very ambitious. They're very driven. They have a lot going for them. They're a very hard worker. They might be in the autumn of their life where they have already accomplished some great things and they have like a stable home. This person might have their own home or have their own apartment, or if you walked in their apartment you would be impressed, or something like that, where they have something impressive about them that they've already built up a very solid life. They're very earth sign energy too, I'm getting with this person. Work hard and smart is kind of their mentality. You might break this person's routine up because they do have like a very straightforward mind, to where they're like, and then we do this, and then I get this reward, and then I try this, and then I complete this goal, and then I go to the gym, and then my PRD is higher, and like they have all these like little goals that they complete every day, and they're very methodical that way. They might be kind of stuck in their routine. This is giving me like a Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. Like that's who is thinking about you. Somebody like Darcy. But it could be, gender doesn't matter, but just somebody like that who's kind of like stuck in their rut in a way, and you're a fun little distraction. They think of you often, and they kind of get, they're just like, oh my gosh, I love this person. Like, they think stuff like that. They're like, wow, I really love this person. And like I said, they're very methodical. And just like, this is how it works. These are the steps to get towards this person. Or, this is what I'll do. And I'll write them a letter. And they might even write about you in their journal. Cute. They want to take you along on a trip, and they're like, and so I need to start saving. Yeah, you really break up the monotony for this person though. And again, they do think of you while they're at work, while they're having their dinner, while they're brushing their teeth, they're thinking about you. Okay. A trip. They want to take you on a trip. And they think you're really hot. And you really spark their mind, and you make them get out of the Capricorn and into the Aries, you know, because I feel like this person has two modes. One mode, they're working, they're planning their goals, and second mode, they're passionate, and maybe it's just like the sexual side of them where they get really passionate and really where they don't think, and they're just there in the moment with you. This person can be very present, so I don't want you to think this is like super distant person. This is a person who is either having fun, drinking, and flirting with you, and trying to get you in the bedroom, or like wanting to have sex, or they're working. It's like that's kind of their two vibes here. They could also have a pet or something where they do take care of. They could have multiple pets actually, because I am seeing that they take care of things. You know, like they do stuff that has a routine. So, you know, like an animal, you have to feed them at a certain time every day, and you have to train them and that sort of thing. They have that kind of dedication. Or maybe they have like a technical skill that you have to practice. Or maybe they have a really high impact job. It could be a job in tech or something where so they're always working, or there's always something to do. Or they could be very physical and have a lot of like, you know, because like in the movies and when you watch documentaries and that sort of thing, a surfer, for example, most of their life or most of their day is spent at the beach. So it's like if surfing is your hobby, you know when all the tides are. I'm just saying random shit, but it's like you know a lot of stuff about surfing, and it kind of takes up your whole day where you're watching the weather report to see when would be the perfect time for you to go out, and then you have to be ready to go. And so they think of you during these moments. They think of you like during their big routine that they do every day. You inspire them, you encourage them mentally, and you're also like that green light in the distance of an additional reward for all their hard work and what they're doing. They're like, I want to be impressive to Pal 4. I want to be able to take Pal 4 on this trip, so I need to work hard, you know, that sort of thing. This could be a person you're already in a relationship with, honestly. And they do think about you often. They want to give you things. Like this person, again, is like, they're funny. They're kind of straightforward in that way. They want to give stuff to you. They want to help you behind the scenes. Very Darcy. 6 of Wands. They want to climb to the top of that mountain so that you're impressed with them or so. Well, I think they have their own reason, honestly. It's not all for you, Pal 4. It's just that they're thinking of you when they're doing these things. You provide them that extra spark to get them up the mountain or get them through the workday or, you know, get them to the other side of that goal. Who is this person? So they're very goal-oriented, this person. Also, they love music. They love listening to music. I mean, we should all love music, right? But this person really needs music to get through the day, and it's a huge, important piece of their life. This person is very, like, almost like dramatic because of how big each portion of their life is. They're very invested in each piece of their life, and they want you to be a piece of their life. Or maybe you already are. And so, yeah, they dedicate a lot of mental energy to you. But this person's very strong. They have a good control over their libido, but they're thinking of you. They think you have a very hot ass, by the way, and they love your hair and your lips. Okay, let's see. Who is this person? Yeah, see how this person is flying a kite, and they've got the picture of somebody on the kite. So that's what it is. It's like they're using you as this mental getaway and this mental thing to kind of like aspire to greater heights with you in their heart. I feel like you're just constantly in this person's heart and mind. So when I want to ask, why are they thinking of you? It's like, it's fun. It's nice to think of you. It makes them happy. You know, it's like, it's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. And then other times it's very, very sexual. You know, it's kind of like either or. You make them smile too. I feel like this person's cheesing thinking about you, and they think you're adorable also. Like they think you're very cute, and they think they feel like, okay, if this is a man, they feel like a big strong man because of you. You know, like they feel like, oh, I'm the shit, you know, because I have pile 4, or because pile 4 wants me. Yeah. This person is very experiential. So when I'm telling you what they're thinking, it's like, it's more what they're feeling. They're really feeling the feeling of you guys hanging out, the feeling of you guys next to each other, your presence. This person can, like, maybe it's because they spend so much time outdoors, or maybe it's because they're very athletic, but they're very embodied in their experience. And you see how this person is eating too? It's almost like this, this person is, so experiential. It's really interesting the way I'm feeling it, because maybe I'm more in my head than this person is. Because they can feel like it's like they get the chills thinking about you, or it's like warm, very warm feeling thinking about you. And it's just like in their mind is just the image of you. They're just thinking of your face, and they're feeling warm, and they're doing something physical. So, I mean, that's so funny. I didn't mean for it to sound like, they're self-pleasuring and having you on their mind, but that definitely could be. But that's a really good way to describe it, I guess. Oh, then the devil. You're like a sweet treat to them. Heavy. Because, like I said, this person is very about, these are the things we're doing. It's like whatever's right in front of me, but you stay front of mind to them. Also, they are not usually like this, but they do have these daydreams about you where they're surprising you with a pet, or they're surprising you with a trip, or they're surprising you with something lavish. Almost like Pretty Woman giving you the diamond necklace and kind of like teasing you a little bit in that moment or something. Yeah, getting playful with you, getting all rowdy with you, if you know what I mean. Getting hot and heavy. That's what they're thinking about. Queen of Cups. Yeah, and they want to take care of you, too. Because, again, this is giving Darcy to me, where it's like, maybe they're not always like knowing what to do and say, because they're so about their own experience. But with you, they care a lot about you, so they would do whatever to try to make your life easier. But maybe they don't have a lot of like worries of their own, because they're so self-focused and so self-motivated that they don't get caught up thinking about other people's problems, but they do get caught up thinking about yours, and they do get caught up thinking about what would make you happy, and also what would make you happy in the bedroom. But again, it's not very, like, thinky. It's not, like, all these words they're thinking, or, like, a plot of you guys, getting in the bedroom. It's more they're thinking of the experience of it, They kind of almost get blurry-eyed in the bedroom, where they are just really in the moment. This person excels at being in the moment. And so, yeah, Knight of Wands. They will be passionately coming towards you. That's my opinion. Is it also the truth? Let's see. 7 of Wands. They want to get to the top first. But yes, it is the truth. They're going to come passionately towards you. And they think you're great. And it's very straightforward. It's very, very straightforward. So you might know that this person is just a straightforward person. And you might question it. You're like, well, maybe deep down they are more self-conscious or more anxious. No, this person is very straightforward. Okay. Yeah, they could be have a high-powered position or a very competitive industry or job. So that in those moments, they use you as like that little spark. But it's not like pile 1 where they were thinking over your actions or something. It's more like just that you're out there living makes them feel more passionate about life, And again, it's very experiential. It just makes them feel more present, which they already are very present. But it's almost like you are like a little angel on their shoulder, And it's like in their mind, you're kind of tagging along with them on their daily errands or their work or their hobby, whatever it is. King of Wands, yeah. They want to get you in the bed. Like, yeah. Yeah. And also, it's like there's memories of you, or maybe you have kissed, or maybe you did get all flustered with them, but they were flustered too. This is very mutual. This is very mutual. Whoever this person is, it's super mutual, because it's like in their memory, you guys are standing next to each other and you're both just burning with desire for the other. You know, like that's the kind of vibe here. So even if you have not actually had sex with this person, it's like, it's mutual. This person is very athletic. We keep getting that. And King of Pentacles. And they're very, they have a lot going for them. They've got money. They've got status. They have respect. A lot of people respect this person, including probably you. I think this person can also drink and have fun. They're not a stick in the mud. It's just that they're either having fun or they're at work. Like that's kind of the two vibes. So what are they thinking of, pile 4? What are they thinking of, pile 4? The future, how to passionately come towards you, you know what I mean? Because this is a second King of Wands. So they also want to like know what to say, how to make your wishes come true, how to make your dreams come true. Also that you are their dream come true. This person is very well developed. They are very even-handed. Yeah, I like this person. Okay. Ace of Wands. They have a lot of dirty dreams about you as well. Queen of Pentacles. They want to set you up right. They want to see you dripping in designer for some of you. They also want to see you happy, relaxed, content. You know, it's like they have that dream of you doing whatever it is you want to be doing. And again, it's very mutual. It's very mature vibes here, but mature in a very fun way, a very flirty way. They just want to drink you in. They want to be in your presence. Like, that's a big thing. They want to be in the room with you, you know? The Star. They have a lot of hope for this connection. And you give them a lot of hope. Like, you make them look at the world with more rose-colored glasses. And you make them work hard. This person is workaholic thinking of you. Interesting. What are they thinking? How to release some of your burdens. And how to, like, build this up in a very strong, good way. They don't want to do anything to make you, what is that, like cringe or, what is that called? They don't want you to get the ick. Like, so they want to, like, ride that balance of, you know, making you feel like they're the bomb, you know, and kind of work you guys' way towards a good completion. And that goes in the sexual way, but it also goes in like building you guys' relationship up. So that's what they're thinking of you. So that's what I've got there. Anything else? Like, what else about this person? Why are they thinking about bottom of 4, and what are they thinking? Let me shuffle this a bit. What are they thinking about pile number 4? Witch, magic, curse. Oh, they think you're sexy. They think you're so sexy. And they really feel like you have something special too. They'd like to get to know you. And this person is not, again, they're very in the moment, and they're a workaholic, and they have their goals, and they have their daily routine, and they have the friends they need. They have everything they need. It's just that you really caught their eye heavily. They think there's something special and different about you and otherworldly about you. You sparked their creativity in a way that's kind of new and fresh for them. But it's also like deep rooted. It's not just a fling to them. Like, they really like this about you. They feel like they're almost like cursed with thinking about you sometimes, or like, I can't take all the heavy dreaming. It's reminding me of that song, So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings. And she says, can't deal with all the X-rated dreaming. So strength and success. Yeah, also they respect you. They really respect you. They think you're gracious, and just like, they love to see you in your moment. They love to see you in your element. That is a big thing here. they want to see you doing what you love. They want to see you doing what you're best at. Okay. Pearl, hidden gem. Yeah. Lots of sexual fantasies for sure. But I also just think that you are a hidden gem. That they've stumbled across someone amazing that could be their ride or die, end all be all, and you guys could just ride off into the sunset. They do sometimes get swept away, which is not really like them. Coins, luck, money. Also, they feel like ever since they met you, they've been lucky. They've been lucky. They've been getting more money. They've been having more fun. They've had good, if this person is a surfer, just for somebody out there, they feel like on the days where they think of you or see you, the waters are good. Everything goes better. So even if they're not a surfer, I think for whatever they're interested in or work or whatever, on the days they text you, on the days they see you, on the days they're thinking about you the most heavily, it's like you're a good luck charm and everything works out well and the seas are good, the seas are calm. Okay. Sadness. Groom. Luck and money. They would like to lock it down. Also, sometimes they think about like how no one has scooped you up yet. They're just like, that doesn't make much sense to me. That's in their mind. And again, I like this. I like how direct this person is, and maybe you like that too. It's always nice to meet these kind of people where they're so mature and well balanced that the way they're thinking about you is just like, wow, I've hit the jackpot. I love this person. This is great. It's not complicated, you know? So if you're used to dealing with a pile 3, this is a great break from a person like that where, you know, it doesn't have to be that complicated. And when you meet someone you love, it can just be, wow, you're great. I love you. And then it's happy. And you guys do your own thing and live your own lives, but come together, you know, and have a great time. And that's what this person wants. So what are the thoughts, though? What are the thoughts? What is this person thinking about pile 4? I've never met anyone like you before. Like I said, they think you're a hidden gem. They think it's amazing, again, that you are single, or it's amazing that they got to connect with you and that you guys are so compatible. And, you know, they think you guys have the best sexual chemistry probably of anyone on the planet. Like, that's kind of how they think of it. And again, maybe you guys have shared one kiss for some of you, and then for others of you, there'll be more, and for others less. But I feel like some percentage of this pile, you guys have shared one kiss, and they think about that kiss, how it was the perfect kiss, how it was the perfect date, how it was perfect, that you guys were just so in sync. So not perfect like our pile 2s, although maybe you picked more than one pile, could be, but I'm not getting that vibe as much. I'm getting more perfect as in you guys' chemistry and the way you guys interact is just ideal, and you both felt it, you know, heavy on that. I think you are very talented. Again, they love your work. They love to support you. They love to see you out there doing your thing. They want to see you happy and successful and going far in your career or your friendships or whatever you're interested in. I'm lost without you. Again, on those days where they don't have contact with you or they don't get to see you as much or something, everything feels 10 times worse. Their productivity goes down 20%, basically. I think you're amazing. And you see how it's all really good things here. They just are so giddy about you, pile 4. Everyone else, they are just like, stay away from me. Also, I feel like that's another reason they think about you often. Maybe this person is handsome or pretty or like very attractive, and very sexually alluring. Like, I feel like this person has a major sexual allure. And so they also think of you often because if anyone tries to hit on them or come towards them, they're like, get the fuck away from me. I'm not interested. Like, they have a very antagonistic viewpoint to anyone who would try to flirt with them, even if the person is not being rude, because they're so into you. So that is what I've got for you, pile 4. That was super fun. Oh my gosh. Love to have someone like this in your life, right? Don't forget about me. Yeah, that's something interesting also about this person, pile 4, is that normally they wouldn't care They would not care if somebody forgot about them while they were out surfing all day. And again, this is a metaphor. If maybe this person's not a surfer, but they do have something that occupies most of their day. So they usually wouldn't care if people forgot, or they went on a date with someone and then they never heard back. They would just be like, oh, whatever. They don't take it too seriously. But with you, they take it pretty seriously. If you don't text them back, they're sad about it. And if they're out all day, they kind of sometimes get a little nervous, like, I haven't heard from them. Maybe they don't even care that they haven't heard from me. Or maybe I need to get back to them, or else they'll forget about me. And those kind of feelings are unique for this person. They don't usually feel that. Or like, I need to text this person back. I can't let them think I've forgotten about them, or what if, because I haven't seen them in a day or two, they're mad at me now, or, you know, and they're not used to having these insecure thoughts, genuinely, because they're kind of a catch here. So thank you. Let's pull some music videos. Obviously, it's always going to make you nervous when you like someone this much. Top notch. Rush. How do you feel the rush? I'm also thinking of Got Me Started by Troye Sivan too. They think you're top notch, and they already know they are. This person has a healthy self-esteem. They might be a little bit of a history of being a womanizer. That could definitely be the truth. Or that could be you, you know? Or maybe you guys are both kind of players in your own right. They just think you're a badass, too. They really think you're a badass, and you don't need anybody, and you can do it all by yourself. And if they ever lost you, it'd be really sad. But I'm almost feeling like this is not about them. It's like they've seen you in this energy with other people. They like your drama. They think about you a lot, too. They like think about you a lot. They kind of feel a little crazy sometimes. They feel a little crazy, like, oh, I'm such a, what is that line? I'm such a sucker for a fuckboy with freckles. So you might be the fuckboy with freckles here. School in Jakarta. You guys making it through together and that sort of thing. This person who is thinking of... Yeah, they have a lot going for them. They're successful. No, it's 102. Maybe you recently moved and they're thinking about that as well. Go to Virginia. Anything else? Yeah, you could definitely do damage with this person because they like you a lot. So that is what I've got for you, Pal 4. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. I appreciate ya.